What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Listen up, guys. It is the weekend. You guys already know I had to come on here and share a very important message for the whole family here on the tube. All right, but before I go ahead and kick off this video, I want to say a big shout out to one of our Patreon members, that is Hewan. All right, Hewan sent me this message this week. All right, one of the many messages I received from all of the amazing members over the Patreon. But listen, this message, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is it reminded me of myself when I started my journey in this game. All right, you guys know, been in the markets for about 10 years now, all right, going strong. But when I started off, I used to be just like Hewan, making a couple of $100 here, couple of $100 there. And you guys already know the levels at which we're operating now. Strong 5 figures in profits, right? I'll show you guys regularly the 20,000, the 30,000, the 40,000 in profits. But the origin of the story was just like Hewan. Hewan's on an amazing journey. I always see Hewan with the profit numbers posting up in the chat, and I can see that he is starting to stack, starting to build and grow. The amazing thing here is that, look, he's at that stage where he's making a couple of $100. But the beautiful thing about it that I want to share with all of you guys, I want all of you guys to recognize, is that that's just the start, and it scales dramatically after that. As you're in the game for a couple of months, as you're in the game for a couple of years, things start to accumulate and escalate, right? The word is compounding. That's exactly what happened to me. So listen, he's on an amazing journey. It reminds me a lot like myself. So I just want to say, all of you guys, I know a lot of you guys are new to the space, and I know a lot of you guys will be operating in the same types of lane as Hewan. That's an amazing place to be. I'm telling you guys, it's an incredible journey. I'm excited for all of you guys, and I'm here to support all of you, right? That being said, make sure you join Hewan over at the Patreon, right? He's doing such an amazing job. I just wanted to highlight him because I always see him in the chat. Just want to give him some extra motivation for his journey, even though he doesn't need it, even though he's doing amazing things. And I want this for all of you guys. Right, extra couple of $100 here, extra couple of $100 there. Listen, it stacks and it accumulates and it scales. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna become incredible in this space. All right, some of you guys may even surpass the level that I'm at. All right, that'll be amazing to see. But listen, that's the origin, that's the journey. Make sure you join Hewan. All right, make sure you hop into the Patreon, join the guys like Hewan who are on an amazing journey. So shout out to Hewan, very proud of you. And listen, I'm just pumped and excited to see your journey. All right, I've already seen it from over the last couple of months and how you've been progressing. You've got amazing things in store for the rest of the year, and as I said, we are coming with some serious heat this year, guys. Train doesn't stop, the party doesn't stop. Listen, onwards and upwards. I know you guys over the Patreon did amazing this week rather, and as I said, we're taking that energy straight into next week. All right, we've got some amazing, incredible opportunities that are brewing for next week, and I can't wait for all of us to capitalize on all of them. Right, you guys already know I love celebrating with all of you guys. I'm going to do the same thing next week. All right, we're just getting prepared, just getting ready. All right, I want all of you guys over here making money with us. All right, but listen up, guys. I want to share this with you in today's video. All right, I want you guys to check out Uber with me, because as you guys are on your journey, right, as you are making profits in the markets with me, you guys already know we're in the options market. Forgot to say that was an options trade, by the way. We're in the options market, making our profits. We need somewhere to deploy it. I've been banging on about Uber to you guys for the last couple of months, all right? And I know a lot of you're probably thinking, here he goes again, talking about Uber. I was telling you guys for a good reason. I'm trying to put you guys in the position to win. That's the aim of the game. You guys already know I love to see you win. That's why I want all of you guys in Uber. I wanted all of you guys in Uber when we were talking about this thing, when it was hovering in the 50s. You guys remember that. Okay? I know you guys remember me talking about Uber to all of you, and me saying, listen, ignore the noise, ignore what's going on currently. You're going to see an incredible move in Uber. Mark my words. And listen, the last session on Friday was just the start, people, right? It was just the start of the move. So check it out with me. Let's actually just go ahead and check what happened to Uber on Friday, because we saw an explosive move in Uber. As a matter of fact, started the day down in the just below $70. The high of the day, peak of the day was $76, up almost 10% in the day. That's one of the strongest days Uber's had in its trading history, okay? Now, I wanted you guys in position for days like today, or days like Friday, I should say, when we saw that 10% move. Finished off the day with a little bit of a sell-off, pulling back to $74. But listen, 74 is leaps and bounds from where it was. Check out the weekly, all right? Strong move on the weekly. Check out the monthly though, it looks even more impressive. You guys already know around here, around these types of levels, and even lower than that, just trying to get you guys in position because we're currently now at $74, broken through some key levels of resistance. And listen, it's onwards and upwards. If you guys thought that was the that was all that Uber has to give, you are wrong. Listen, this thing is going over $100 this year. Right, it's currently $74. You're gonna see it going over $100. So what you guys need to do is take those profits, right, that I've been helping you guys gain, go and slap it into Uber, right? Let it work passively for you, let it work in your sleep for you, let it compound for you, right? Tons more room for this to grow. Now listen, one of the reasons why we saw a jump, right, amongst other things, is because one of the most famous hedge fund geezers in the world owns a company called Pershing Square. Listen, they've built up a 2 billion stake in this, about 30 million shares. He was switched on, and they don't buy often. That's the thing, and the market was loving it. Okay, so he's built up his 30 million share position, which equates to about 2 billion in value, and he was stacking just as we were stacking silently. You guys already know I'm always going to get you guys in the positions that you need to make a lot of money from the markets, right? And that often means that we got to be in places which are overlooked, that the market is sleeping on, but I'll never let you guys sleep on, right? Always gonna put it on your radar, always ensure you guys have the opportunity to make money with me in the markets. Now listen, this thing is just getting started, tons more room for this to climb. Check out that check out the 6 month, right? You can see that 6 month looks less impressive, but you can see it started to rise, right? It started to rise from the lows of $60, but it's still well off its peak when it clocked in towards $90. But it's going to get there. It's going to get there. So plenty of room, plenty of opportunities for you guys to get positioned into this one to enjoy the climb, right? This is going to be one of the poster childs of the market this year. It's just started to rise. Listen, still the market is overlooking this one because there's plenty of room as this goes over $100. But you guys will have your position and we'll be celebrating on this one as we move to the next checkpoint. All right, next checkpoint after this is in the 80s. All right, pass through that $80 threshold, get into the low 80s. It's gonna kind of settle there for a little bit of time before it makes its way on to the 90s onwards and upwards. Now listen guys, there is another name that I want to put across to you, and that is Bitcoin. Now if you look at the last 3 months, Bitcoin hasn't really done too much, okay? It's what we call range bound, where it's just trading between two ranges around that low 90s up to about just over 100,000. It's back down to 95,000. The market is massively sleeping on this one, but I don't want you guys to, right? I'm always going to be helping you guys make a surplus of cash through our activities in the options market, no doubt. Guys, drop some of that in Bitcoin, okay? Drop some of that in Bitcoin before this thing moves up to that $125,000 mark. Have you noticed how the world has gone quiet on Bitcoin? Right, remember a couple of months ago, even your friends were speaking about it. Now nobody's speaking about it, but we are speaking about it. So again, just me getting you guys into position where you need to be to make a lot of money in the markets. And again, that often means being in areas that are overlooked. And this is one of these overlooked places right now. So drop some of that surplus cash that I'm helping you guys make into Bitcoin, and we're going to see this thing get to 125,000 this year. Right? As a matter of fact, that's not the highest it's going to go this year, but that'll be the next checkpoint, okay? Before the world again starts to put some focus on this one. We're going to be stacking and accumulating while the rest of the market has their eyes off the ball, all right? But again, this is another name. Remember, Uber's got tons more room to rise, and Bitcoin has as well. Uber's just started, Bitcoin's a little bit quiet now. All you need is that one little catalyst, and you're going to send this thing skyrocketing. And there's tons and tons of tailwinds that could turn into catalysts to boost this thing into the strong $100,000 territory. Okay, guys. So listen, that's just I want to round up you guys, put a couple of names in front of you as we get prepared to do what we do best next week. Now, listen, I want you guys to tune into tomorrow's video, because tomorrow we'll be looking at exactly where we want to be positioned next week in the options market. All right, to again make some very, very, very nice returns in the markets. We are targeting 100%, 150% next week, as we always do. All right, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that, but don't let these names slip off your radar. Listen, I look forward to seeing all of you guys in the next one.